What's up guys, and welcome to today's video where we are going to be going through how to set up a Chia plotting system on Linux. Specifically, we're going to be using Ubuntu in this tutorial. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this, so thanks for bearing with me and being patient. I've had a lot of weird things coming up that has postponed this. And then the whole plotting thing changed when the MadMax plotter came out, making things crazy efficient or fast compared to what they were before. So I just decided to scrape that video, throw it away, and start from scratch. So here we are, and as you can see, I got my plotting machine here that I set up, and I have the case that I reviewed here. And it is full of drives using some SAS connectors going into a SAS controller that I have in the back there, which will be a topic for a different video. Today we're just going to show you how to set up the Ubuntu rig and get everything started, and then basically how to use the MadMax plotter really quickly. And yeah, so let's head on over to my computer where you guys will see the screen and it won't be glary and everything. And anyway, let's head on over and I'll show you guys how to get started.
Alright guys, so here we are on the plotting machine itself, and I'm going to show you how to get the Chia dashboard and everything set up so that way you can start plotting on your own Linux machine. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do, if you haven't done it already, is you're going to want to install Linux on the computer. That can be done fairly simply just by searching up something like Ubuntu, going to their website. There's the download link up here. Download 20.04 LTS, which stands for long-term support. The other one is a short-term support one. You don't have to donate if you don't want to. If you feel like it, go for it. Download the ISO file. Use something like Rufus to install the ISO, or burn the ISO onto a flash drive or any USB that you have that's big enough for it. Boot from it. Wipe the installation media that you want to use and get your Linux fixed that way. So once you have everything installed, you reboot and you're off to this screen with this panther looking thing. Now, I personally have installed Brave instead of using Firefox. For some reason, on this specific plotter, Firefox causes weird hangs, so we're going to use Brave today. But we're going to go here and we're just going to go ahead and search for Chia. Oops. Alright, so here's the Chia home, Chia network. You're going to head on over to download, install the Chia blockchain. It's actually fairly simple. Hit Ubuntu. Now this is where it can get tricky. You can use the terminal window to install it. Now, things have been significantly easier with this experimental GUI installer, and it actually doesn't suck now. So go ahead and download it. Or I should say it sucks less. It's still not great. And I don't really use it very much, to be completely honest with you guys. So you're going to want to go ahead and show it in folder, and you're going to want to move this because for some reason Ubuntu does not like installing things from the downloads folder. So I'm just going to throw it onto the desktop. I'm going to make a folder and we're just going to call it Chia install. So we have this Chia install folder, select it. It's going to download and put it into the Chia install folder. Now, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to open it up, and this should bring up the Ubuntu software installer and it will say install here. Now, because I've already installed it, it's not going to say install. Just for the sake of this video, pretend it says install right here. So you would click install, and it's going to sit there and spin for a while. There's going to be a progress bar. It's going to take a little bit, and then it's going to install. After that, congratulations. You now have the Chia software installed on the computer. It's as simple as that. So it'll be here, Chia blockchain. You're going to open it up. And if you don't have Chia on any other computer, haven't set up Chia before, anything like that, you're going to create a new private key. I'm not going to use this wallet, so it's a burner. There's literally going to be nothing in there. So I don't care that you saw the key, because I'm going to delete it right after this video. So you'd see the balance is 0. It's going to take a while for it to sync. Here you can add the plot old school style, just like in the other video that I showed how to do it on Windows. Exact same thing on Linux. Except we don't want to use this plotter. We're not going to use this plotter. It's junk, it's garbage, it's always sucked. There is something that has changed the landscape on plotting significantly, and that is the Chia MadMax plotter. Now, the Chia MadMax plotter can break record speeds at plotting Chia. Right now, I think the record that somebody has plotted is like 20 minutes. It's insane. 20 minutes for one plot. The plots that take people hours. So, got it here. And with this machine that I have, it's a 14-core, 28-thread machine with 32 gigs of RAM. I can finish a plot in about 35 minutes-ish, and about every 35 minutes, roughly, I should say, which should bring me to about 48 plots a day, roughly. Maybe 45. It just kind of depends on my luck. I have been able to push it a little higher, and hopefully I can tweak it a little more. Anyway, so here we are, the MadMax plotter website, or the GitHub, I should say. I'm sorry. We're at the MadMax GitHub. Now, I will have this link down below, so go ahead and copy this link. You're going to want it. And you're going to want to scroll down. Let me make this full screen here. As you can see, it's a multi-threaded, pipelined plotter. You can join their Discord if you'd like. They do a lot of support and stuff, so it's actually pretty nice of them. Now, you're going to want to install this for Linux. So let's see here if we can find the install for Ubuntu 20.04. And this is what you're going to want to do. So you're going to have to build it yourself, and that sounds kind of daunting. However, it's really not that hard, especially since you can click this little copy button. Makes it so easy. You open up a new terminal window, right click, hit paste. It's going to ask you for your password. So I'm just going to put in the sudo password for this, and it's going to get started. There it goes. However, as you can see, 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed, and 0 to remove, and 47 not upgraded. I have already done this. So it's installed on the plotter. It doesn't need to install it again. But for you guys, it is going to take a while. It has to install a bunch of stuff, and it's going to have to get everything taken care of. Sometimes it has issues. I had an issue with one of the machines, and that issue was it wasn't switching to lines. So one thing I would do is I would, if you're erroring out, is copy this line by line. So do this line, paste it in terminal, hit enter. Then you do this line, paste it in terminal, hit enter. Then this one, so on and so forth. That seems to solve that issue. On this plotting machine, it didn't have that issue whatsoever. And then when that's done, you're going to want to go ahead and open up the terminal. And you're going to want to open up where this saved on your computer, or where it built it, I should say, on your computer. Now, let's see here. It should say where it builds it. Okay, so it built it there. I think you might be able to. Let's see if it... Okay, so it won't let us... I believe I put it in this Chia folder for me. Yeah, there we go. So you need to make this document. After it's installed, you need to make this bash file. And to make the bash file, we'll go ahead and we'll do this real quick. We'll open up a text editor. And we're going to need to copy from the website some of the settings. Actually, to make it easier for you guys, I'm going to have the settings down below for you guys. So that way you don't have to mess with it too much. And I'll just go through the description with you here. Alright, so I'm just gonna like put this down in like a paste bin or something so that way you guys can see it for yourself. That way you don't actually have to like go to the GitHub and make this file from scratch. So for me, what I did, the first thing is I navigate to the name of my computer and then build. So this is where the software builds this program. So if you open up your file explorer, you go to computer and then you find build. Alright, so this is going to be different. It's going to be different for all of you because your computers will all be named a different thing. Whatever you name the computer, this one is named Chia Plotter. So you're going to do CD, which stands for change directory. You're going to do the tilde. Then you're going to do / name of your computer / build. So I will do this for you guys. I'm going to call it computer name / build. Now this you're going to want to copy and paste this portion here, the line 2, and have it do this exact same thing. So you're going to want to copy line 2 exactly, and you're going to want to edit it depending on the following things. So you're going to leave it to /chia_plot -n, this variable here. You're going to want to change this to how many plots you want to plot total, essentially. How many plots you want to plot. And so if I let this run, it would do 13 plots, one after the other. Now you can do, I suggest you guys just set it to 1, at least for the beginning. So I'm going to set this to 1 for you guys so you can copy and paste it. That way you can tweak your settings every single time. Now R is how many cores your computer has. This is a 14-core processor with 28 threads. Now, it will depend on your computer on how many cores you have and how many threads you have. That's dependent on the processor that you have. But with this, you're also going to want to tinker, because if you use all the cores that you have and all the threads, if I set that number to 28, it doesn't seem to make a difference between 28 and 14. However, if I set it to 14, which is half of the threads but all of my cores, then I can run a second instance of this plotter in a different Linux terminal. And so I can have 2 of them running at the same time. When phase 1 finishes and phase 2 starts, I will then start the other session, so that way I have two of these programs running at the same time, which doubles the amount of plots per day that you can make. So I would test that out, see how everything's working. Now T is going to be your temp drive. So I'm going to call this temp drive. Temp drive. And then D is your final destination. So I'm going to call this final-dest. Now, after you have that, the -p, and let me maybe set these into two lines for you. -p is going to be the pool key, and -f is the farmer key. Now, this is what you need this Chia blockchain program for, aside from, you know, getting your rewards in here. So if you go to make a plot, this, in my way, is the easiest way to do it. I'm just going to select some random locations here. We'll do temp, okay. And we'll do the same thing for the destination. All right, so this is how you're going to get those keys. And here it doesn't really show you the keys, right? So I got to do it all over again. Whoops. Anyway, add a plot. We'll do temp 2. Oh, I don't want to. We'll do temp 2 as the same destination, and we're going to hit create plot. Now it's going to start making the plot. We don't actually need the plot. This is what we need right here. Pool public key and farmer public key. Copy these variables. So if you were to take this, just do a copy, close it, and then quickly delete it, because we don't want to, this will take like 7 hours, right? And if you come over here, look at that, you have them if you copy and paste it. You don't even need to like go searching, it's right there. So take this, you would copy it, and you would put it in the P area up here, and then the F would be down here. Now this is going to a different wallet. If you use it, it's going to go to my wallet. So don't use it, please use yours. All right, so now that this is done, I am going to delete this, and we're going to save this. As MadMax default.sh. Okay, so now you have that. So now that you have created the MadMax plot file, so that way we can start actually making plots, you're going to need to open the document that you just made, or I'm sorry, you're going to, so now that you have made this file for plotting, you're going to want to save it in a certain place. Now, for me, I'll put it in this Chia install folder here, and actually, I think I already have it in the Chia folder. I do. So I have this madmax.sh, right? So you're going to want to right click and hit open in terminal. Now what this is going to do is it's going to open the location that you currently are in the terminal window, because we need to run this madmax.sh. So in order to run it, if you try, so let's see here, you do // madmax default.sh, it's going to error out. Now the reason it's going to error out is because you have to make the file an executable on Linux. And to make a file an executable on Linux, you have to do something called chmod or chmod plus x, and then the file name. So the way you're going to do it is you're going to do chmod space plus x, and then the name of the file. And the name of the file is max, well, whoops, I called it MadMax default.sh. And it's not going to do anything. And that's perfectly normal. However, now if you go and do /max default.sh, it's now going to start running. Now the reason it's not going to run is because the p command and the f command are not set up properly. And if we go and open it with the editor, we will see the p command and the f command. So save it and try again. So now that you chmodded that file, it should be able to run, and this is what it's going to look like. Now I'm just going to run mine because in the default it's not set to any drive. So I'm going to run mine, and as you'll see, it's going to start plotting the number of buckets that we set, the number of threads that we set, the pool public key, the farming key. We don't need, I mean, these you can know, it doesn't really affect anything. You can hand these out to people to make you plots if you really want to. And we can see the working directory 1 and 2. You can set 2, however, it's going to be like a RAM drive, so you're going to need like 300 gigs of RAM or something. It's honestly not really worth it. And then the plot name that it's going to create. Now, if you do Control-C, it's a way to stop it after the plot's done. So it's going to do one plot out of the 13. It's going to stop completely. But if you really need to stop it, Control-C twice again, and now it's going to exit. And that is how to use the MadMax plotter with Linux, specifically Ubuntu, to set up everything for plotting on Chia. And significantly faster than the old school way that I was going to show you, so thank gosh this thing came out. I did have to redo the video, and that's why it's taken so long for me to get it out for you guys. But I hope this helps all of you, so that way you can install it on Ubuntu, because it's actually way faster. I think it's about 20% faster on Ubuntu than it is on Windows. So you don't want to cripple yourself. Use Linux. It's way faster. It's honestly not that hard. People make it out to be way harder than it is, and it's not. But go ahead, try it out. Let me know if it's working for you guys or if you have any questions. Also, go ahead and join the MadMax Discord server. They are very helpful when it comes to troubleshooting. I've asked them a couple of things, and they were super helpful. No problems. If you enjoyed that video, just let me know down in the description below. Any questions, anything like that, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.